No, Lee Haney is not dead. I should make a section called Debunking Rumors because oh my god, what is true though is that he's sick and needs a new kidney. In today's video, I'll share everything we know so far. A bit of context. Who is Lee Haney? Well, 8-time Mr. Olympia. That's no small feat, right? The same as Coleman, but he's incredibly underrated. I still have to make a video about him talking about his story. It will come in the next few months. He is one of the best bodybuilders of all time. He is currently 66 years old, and as a curiosity, he named his poor daughter Olympia, just like Josema. I like video games, so I'm going to name my son Elden Ring, and since I like pizza, I'm going to name my daughter Carbonara. Well, after this humorous moment, let's move on to the hoaxes. Starting with this one. Shameful news from Beatrice from a media outlet called Mixed Ballet. Lee Haney, the American bodybuilder who dominated Mr. Olympia for 8 years, dies. Well, I don't know where they got that information from, but it's not true. Anything for views, they don't even check the facts, they don't care. Next news, this time from Instagram. This account has posted the following news. Lee Haney, 8-time Mr. Olympia champion, dies at 66. And Lee Haney had to post a comment on his Instagram saying that this is not true. He greeted his family and his fans. He says that he is alive and well. And he says that in fact he does need a donor. And this brings us to the next topic of the video, the next half, where we're going to talk about what's happening to him, okay? He has posted on his Instagram with 300,000 followers, the kind of followers any random person who dances on TikTok and shows their abs has. 8-time Mr. Olympia. Well, he has posted on his Instagram. He is sick and he is looking for a donor. He needs a new kidney. He talks about me. 26 years ago, they told me that sooner or later I would need a transplant. Through faith, proper nutrition and exercise, I was blessed to postpone it for many years. Well, of course, that came after I wrecked them, right? Competing in 8 Olympias comes at a cost, and it's definitely not cheap. After retiring from bodybuilding in time, taking care of his health more or less, he has spent years training and eating in a much healthier way and has almost completely stopped using substances. And even though he has spent years working on his health and his future, sooner or later, problems come knocking at the door and success comes to collect its debt. If he needs a new kidney, we can say that his current one or ones are not working or are starting to fail. You can live without them for a while. Not very well, going to the hospital to have your blood cleaned constantly, to get dialysis, which is basically what these organs do, although they have more functions. They're very important, but they can keep you alive like that, depending on a machine several times a week until you find a donor. If they don't find one eventually, they'll likely pass away. An organ donation is a selfless and solidarity act. There's no charge. You won't get paid for donating, okay? It's an act that has a huge impact. It can save a person's life. Lee Haney has requested a donor between 18 and 65 who is healthy, and he says that all medical costs will be covered by the insurance company. He also states that living with one kidney is safe and that donors can have full and healthy lives. And look, allow me to question that. Can you live with one? Yes, but we have 2 for a reason. Life is better with 2. It's better to have 2 filters than 1, you know what I mean? What actually happens is a very curious phenomenon called hyperfiltration, where the organ increases in size and works harder. That is, on its own, it could reach about 75% capacity instead of the 50-50 it had before. It's very curious, but I'll also tell you, imagine that because of an illness, an accident, anything, the only one you have fails. Well, that's dangerous, okay? A donor has to know what they're getting into. And hey, I wish Lee Haney finds someone. Besides, he's an influential person, someone who is loved, who has many fans. And maybe someone is willing to do something as big as donating one of their organs to him. Having explained all this, having denied that he has passed away, having explained that he needs a kidney, I want to say now that competitive bodybuilding is dangerous, of course it is. And at the elite level, where these people and more bodybuilders from the past have taken it, it's even more dangerous. We have seen how some of these men have done real atrocities in the past, when maybe there weren't the same resources, or the same information, or the same professionals. And all things considered, I think that nowadays, generally speaking, most people, okay, they do it in a safer, less harmful way. Still, it was bad, it is bad, and it will always be bad for their health, everything these people do. Some have a long and full life, some make it to 90 or even 100 years old of course, but others fall along the way and die young. We've seen bodybuilders die at 50, 40, 30, even in their early 20s. In the case of Lee Haney, he has already reached 66 years old. I hope he gets a transplant and hopefully he can live past 70, 80, I really hope so. If you didn't know this man, or if you do and want to know more, in a month or two I'll upload a video talking about his story and analyzing it in detail. Until then, you can take a look. A video about past bodybuilders, as I've uploaded several already. That's it, this is Aries signing off. See you next time.